I'm joking!
Fatality.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would know.
You will die.
That's it, I'm getting out of here.
A few moments later. Here comes the sun.
Yeah! I got it. I got it. My diabolical, extremely convoluted plan.
I've got you in my sights.
D-cell protein-coated DNA nullify interfere radiation damage, patented as gene lock. Fungal-derived EU melanin to metabolize gamma radiation into ATP. Increase androgen production utilization. Gulo to produce their own vitamin C. USOC1 gene activation to add an extra set of teeth in case of damage. Myostatin deficiency to increase muscle mass. Controlled acromegaly to increase body size, bone density, and immune function. Gross body changes include carnivore dental and a skull pattern with muscle attachment ridges, and larger zygomatic arches for massively increased jaw strength. Increased palate size and turbinate bone volume for massively increased olfactory function. Extra joint added to legs for increased jump distance. Articulable feet for increased climbing dexterity. Arm length increased. Restored auricular function and funnel-shaped ear for better auditory target acquisition. Tibetan Sidium added to eyes to facilitate night vision.
She was a fairy. A few moments later.
Rise and shine.
These ingredients were chosen to make the most extreme killing machine.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
At a young age, said the judge, they should be put in a pit with wild dogs. They should be set to puzzle out, from their proper clues, the one of 3 doors that does not harbor wild lions. They should be made to run naked in a desert until... Hold on now, said Tobin. The question was put in all earnestness. And the answer, man, said the judge. If God meant to interfere in the degeneracy of mankind, would he have not done so by now? Wolves call themselves man. What other creature could? And is the race of man not more predacious yet?
A few moments later.
I got broads in Atlanta. She's at the lean, the family.
Pere.
Hello?
Subject, urgent, a special opportunity for you. Dear James Stephen Donaldson, I hope this email finds you well and in good health, though frankly, I can't imagine what could possibly be going on in your mind after what I'm about to reveal. but I'll get to the point, as I'm sure you have a busy schedule of grandiose charity stunts to manage, like planting trees, feeding the hungry, or making people think you have too much money. Allow me to introduce myself. Gale Dribble, private investigator. Patriot, the man you gypped out of his rightful prize money 18 years ago. Remember my lawsuit? You had to pay me $42,069 in emotional damages? Dr. Pisspants? Well, Dr. Pisspants recently uncovered something quite sensitive, if you catch my drift. Let me just say that you've never been so glad to have me as a friend. That's right. While you've been out on your quest to turn the Hunger Games into a documentary, I've been quietly lurking in the shadows, doing what I do best, digging, probing, and discovering. Here's what I know. Through a highly classified intel, I've come across some rather disturbing rotoscope footage. Yes, you read that right. Rotoscope footage. Don't worry, I have the original too. The footage in question, male pregnancy porn, featuring none other than yourself and that charming YouTube personality, Gregory James Daniel. Animated by none other than Shoddy Preaching, the pervert supreme. You'd be shocked if you saw it, but hey, maybe you wouldn't be. Now, you might be asking yourself, how on earth did Gale Dribble manage to find this? Well, it's simple. I have friends in high places, in low places, and in those creepy, shadowy places in between. I also have some interesting connections with 8chan, 4chan, Kiwi Farms, the dark web, and even Reddit. Let's just say that not everything gets deleted stays deleted. This is where you come in, James Stephen Donaldson. I have an offer for you, a very unique opportunity. You see, I've been able to set the wheels in motion for a very special event, one that will truly change the course of YouTube, nay, human history. I'm talking about 100 gorillas versus one Übermensch fighter. Yes, you heard that correctly. A battle between 100 gorillas versus a single superhuman entity, aka the Übermensch. You know, Nietzsche stuff. These investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will be directly impacted by what unfolds in this fight. The investors? Oh, they're a who's who kind of the elite. People like Bill Anderson, Elon Musk, Larry Fink, Ronald O'Hanley. It's basically your last chance to give me my due after you fail to pay me for my role as the sole survivor of the 100 man versus 1 gorilla challenge. Failure to comply, and those certain videos I mentioned will be sent straight to the press. Believe me, the world isn't ready for that kind of revelation. But you and I both know that there's nothing more the media loves than a scandal. Nothing. So, here's the deal. You set up the gorilla versus Übermensch fight, you broadcast it live, and I'll consider this little blackmail stunt a closed case. Fail to comply, and well, you'll be starring in headlines you can't hide or hide from. Think about it. Looking forward to your prompt and decisive reply. Time's ticking. James Stephen Donaldson.
Best regards, Gale Dribble, aka Dr. Pisspants. Private investigator, patriot, master of secrets.
They listen quietly, almost without witness to a story they know by heart. Weapons have been sold in force. The crowd waits and will win. Backing up the back, or tendency to speed, and the best back footer of all time. Round one.
And so, the ultimate maker recrafts himself for war, and so the ultimate trade meets its ultimate practitioner.
Yes, we're going to kill so many terrorists with this. Yes.
These investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will be directly I'm killing myself, and there's nothing that can stop me.
There's gonna be a B-roll.
You fucking hooker. You absolute hooker. I just started, and this is what you do to me. These investors were... Those investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will be greatly impacted by what my whole ass is falling out of my sphincter, dude. These investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will greatly be impacted by my ass has a chicken. These investors will be fucking my ass repeatedly for 7 hours straight. These investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will greatly shove a whole chicken into your urethra. I'm falling off of a cliff. These investors will be watching live, and their approval of your future endeavors will be directly impacted by what unfolds in this fight. The investors, oh, there's a hoo-hoo, boo-hoo, my whole ass up my own ass, kill me. It's basically your last chance to give me my due after you penised me in the ass. So, here's the deal. You set up the Gorilla vs. Übermensch fight. You broadcast it live. And I'll consider this my little black ass, dude.